The last thing we need to add to our basket is to be able to update it. So we have an option to create, to save, to download it, but there is no option to update it yet. So what we need to update our basket, let's say our user goes to his basket and there are items he wants to delete from it. So in this case, we want to update our basket, or let's say the user adds another item to his basket. So we need to update our basket to add a new item to it. So I'm going to put a mark here and call this update basket. And it's going to be func. And let's say update basket in Firestore. And we are going to provide the basket that we want to update. Let me just put an underscore in front of it, which is going to be type of basket. And then we want to provide the values that we want to update. So we say with values, and this is going to be a string, any. And of course, we want to have a completion here because we want to be notified whenever our update is finished. So say at escaping and we're going to have an error here. So in case if there is an error, we are going to notify our user about this error that occurred during our update. Okay, we have the function. So what we are going to do is to access our Firebase reference. And again, we need to access our basket. This is what we want to update. Then we want to grab the document with specific ID that we want to update, because remember in our save function, we are creating for each basket ID a document, like a folder. So when we come here, we want to grab the exact specific basket that belongs to our user. That's why we are providing our basket ID here. So I'll say basket.id, and we want to just call update on it, update data, and you see that fields, it takes any hashable, in our case it's a string, with any value. So here we are going to just pass with values, and this is what we need. And I can just provide an error variable here in. And here what this code does is actually the same as if we had it with a callback. So we say update data and completion. So here I would say with values, and here if I just hit enter, it would give me the error option. So you can just type it manually. Right. So once our update finishes, in case if there was an error, we just want to call our completion and pass the error, because this is what our completion is expecting here. So we say completion and we just pass error. And we are not going to check if it has an error or it doesn't have an error, because our error here is an optional. So this may be nil if there is no error, and we just pass no error to our completion handler. This is all was left from our basket class. So in our next lecture, we are going to create our first basket and add an item to our user.